Alabama Life and Health Insurance Exam, Mutual. An insurance policy paid a non-taxable dividend to the insured 1 year, and nothing the next. From what type of insurer did the insured purchase the policy? Uncertainty of loss. For the purpose of insurance, what is risk? When it is intentional and material. When would a misrepresentation on an insurance application be considered fraud? Loss. The reduction, decrease, or disappearance of value of the person or property insured as a policy is known as what? Mutual company. The type of insurance company organized to return any surplus money to its policyholders is known as what? Insurance. What do individuals use to transfer their risk of loss to a larger group? Stock company. The insurer organized to return a profit to the stockholders is what type of insurer? Complete a new application of ask the applicant to initial the correction on the original application. When a change needs to be made on the application for insurance, which is the best method for correcting the information? Financial responsibility for loss. Insurance is used to transfer what to the company? Peril. What is the term for the causes of loss insured against an insurance policy? Adverse selection. When risks with higher probability of loss are seeking insurance more often than other risks, is known as what? Speculative. Wagering on a sporting event is known as what type of risk? Law of large numbers. What law is the foundation of the statistical prediction of loss upon which rates for insurance is calculated? Certificate of authority. A state-issued document empowering an insurance company to become an admitted insurer is called what? Loss must be due to chance, definite and measurable, statistically predictable, not catastrophic. Coverage cannot be mandatory. What are the 5 characteristics of an ideally insurable risk? The Fair Credit Reporting Act. What law protects consumers from the circulation of inaccurate or obsolete information? Underwriting. What is the name of the process that insurance companies use to determine if an applicant is insurable? Certificate of authority. What document is required for an insurance company to transact insurance? When the application is submitted. In insurance, when is the offer usually made on a contract? When the insurer approves a prepaid application. In forming an insurance contract, when does an acceptance usually occur? Fraternal insurer. What type of insurer is a voluntarily formed organization that provides religious organizations with a representative form of government? Send it back to the applicant to get the signature. If an agent fails to obtain the applicant's signature on the application, what must an insurer do? When a policy is delivered and the premium is paid. When does an insurance policy go into effect? Domestic, foreign, and alien. Insurers are classified according to their domicile. What are the 3 types of insurers? Return it to the applicant for completion. What is the best way to handle incomplete insurance applications? Pure. What type of risk is insurable? Insurer. In the agent/insurer relationship, who is considered the principal? Insurer. When agents act within the scope of their contract, their actions will be assumed to be the actions of whom? Insurers. What entities make up the Medical Information Bureau? Express, implied and apparent. What are the three types of agent authority? Loss. Insurance is a contract that protects the insured from what? The agents. Whose responsibility is it to determine that all the questions on an application are answered? Insurable interest and consent. What two elements are necessary for a life insurance contract to have a legal purpose? Provide the applicant with a disclosure authorization notice. If an insurer needs to obtain information about the applicant from investigators, what is the insurer required to do? Pure risk. A situation in which a person can only experience a loss and no gain presents what type of risk? Stockholders. Who owns stock companies? Inspection report. What type of report provided information about the applicant's hobbies, habits, and financial status? Hazards. Conditions that increase the chance of loss are known as what? Morale. A person who does not lock the doors to his or her house shows an indifferent attitude. This person presents what type of hazard? Alien. What type of insurer is formed under the laws of another country? Certificate of authority. In order to transact insurance within a given state, an alien insurer must first obtain what? Moral. What type of hazard does an applicant present when they conceal health information? Foreign. An insurance company that is formed under the laws of another state is known as what type of insurer? Agreement, offer and acceptance, consideration, competent parties, and legal purpose. What are the four elements of an insurance contract? Restriction of coverage, refusal to accept risk, accepting a risk at a higher rate. What are the strategies used by underwriters to prevent adverse selection? Physical, moral, and morale. What are the three types of hazards? Foreign. An insurance company is domiciled in California and transacts business in Nevada. What is the insurer's classification in Nevada? An agent or producer? According to the law of agency, a principal is represented by whom? The agent. If an applicant does not receive his policy, who would be held responsible? Insurance company. Whom does an insurance agent represent?